Okay, how did I learn about the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick? Well, I had heard of them before, but in terms of San Diego and their involvement in this community, I learned when I was initially a law clerk at the law firm of Rhoades And Hollywood, where I was working and learned from, specifically, as I recall, from Mike Neal. Surprise, surprise, that Mike Neal would tell someone who's Irish about the Friendly Sons. On reflection, I think back that in 1980, 81, in the spring of 81, just before St. Patrick's Day, Debbie and I were having a St. Patrick's Day celebration at our house in South Mission Beach when Mike Neal was riding by on his bike and hearing Irish music and seeing libations. That prompted Mike to stop and ask who the hell lives here and who the hell is Irish, and he found out it was me, found out I was Irish, and then a short time later he came back with his son Sean, who was hanging out with our boy Tyler, and in the course of that, that's where I got my invitation to consider joining the Neil Dymott firm, which became Neil Dymott. Back then it was Rhoads And Hollywood. So that's how I learned of the Friendly Sons. I think I became a member, if memory serves me correctly, officially in 1982. At that point the parade was underway in San Diego, but due to Navy Reserve duty, I was unable to participate in that parade in 1982, but did get involved and participated the next year, as I recall, and haven't missed one since, best I can recall. I've always been proud of my Irish roots, my Irish heritage. According to my Ancestry.com, my DNA is about 89% Irish, and parts of it, turns out, are a little bit of Scandinavian, some Finnish and Swedish, and apparently some Welsh. I've always been proud of the fact that my grandparents from County Cork, I was proud to learn that my grandfather had gone into the IRA when the Brits were there, and he had joined and became heavily involved because of his brother. His name, my grandfather's name, was Tom Mullane. His brother was Jeremiah Mullane, and Jeremiah Mullane was ultimately killed with 5 other Irishmen who are in a common grave in a place called Saint SinBar Cemetery, the IRA plot in Cork City. His grave is probably 10 feet away from Tom Barry's grave. Those of you familiar with Irish heroes would be acquainted with the name of Tom Barry, who was one of the stalwarts from Rebel Cork. And if you get to Ireland and you go to the Blarney Stone, the Blarney Castle, you will be about a mile away from where Jeremiah Mullane and his 5 companions were killed by the British in a barn located on a farm that was at that time there. Interesting story is that they had been given up by a traitor to their cause, who was himself a World War I veteran, had served in the British Army, and so he ultimately was probably coerced, but gave up their location and then was relocated initially to England and then eventually to New York City. And as I learned, and I've got the newspaper clippings to demonstrate it, the IRA tracked him down, learned his routine in Central Park, learned when he would walk his dog, and they attempted to take him out. And apparently he got shot about a half-dozen times but managed to survive. So I would hope that that son of a bitch, as he went to the rest of his years, as he heard of a backfire of a car, which I think was more prevalent back in those days, it would scare the bejesus out of him and he would jump.